KK has not changed. And honestly, it's tragic. Like watching someone walk straight into quicksand while screaming, "No, don't worry, I got this." Sis, no you don't. She is not touching that $250,000 prize. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Not with the way she's playing. You've got $250,000 dangling in front of you, and instead of even pretending to play strategically, KK's out here begging Chris for scraps of affection. Chris, Mr. Never Overseas. Mr. Where's my mailing address? Mr. Homeless Energy. That's the man she's putting her Love Island career on. And the worst part? She thinks this is about love. Ma'am, it's not giving love story, it's giving clearance rack rom-com nobody asked for. Begging for kisses while the producers are literally flashing dollar signs across the screen. It's embarrassing, it's frustrating, and it's the exact reason she's about to be the first one packing a suitcase. The contrast couldn't be louder. While other islanders are building alliances, keeping their eyes on the prize, KK is writing Mrs. Chris in the margins of her diary like this is high school. And when I say delusion, I mean full-blown fantasy land. This is the setup for the chaos that unfolds in this episode. And trust me, if you thought this was bad, wait until you see what she does next. Stay with me, because it only gets worse from here.
We haven't, kissed.
What was that then?
In the challenge?
Yeah.
A challenge kiss.
I don't understand the difference.
Okay, in a challenge, it almost doesn't count. Because it's not like a in the moment, I really like you, we're really connecting, you know?
You pushed me down and got on top of me.
Yeah, but
and kissed me.
And here's where the delusion meter officially explodes. KK actually had the nerve to press Chris about why their kiss didn't count. Sis, are you serious? You're on national television explaining the difference between a challenge kiss and a real kiss like you're teaching a kindergarten class. Chris, meanwhile, is playing the role of confused caveman perfectly, acting like he doesn't understand what she's saying, pretending kiss is kiss, right? Number. Wrong. We all know the difference. And the fact that he's pretending not to, that's the game. He's not stupid, he's just not into her. And here's the brutal truth. KK isn't being played. She's playing herself. Chris isn't putting in effort, isn't giving signals, isn't even hiding his disinterest, and yet she's sitting there drawing maps to Delusion City with a one-way ticket. This is why KK won't make it far, because while the other girls are strategizing, building real chemistry, or at least playing it smart, she's wasting precious time trying to convince herself that a man who clearly doesn't want her actually does. And if you think this is painful to watch, wait, because the producers weren't done twisting the knife. So after all that begging, all that challenge kiss versus real kiss nonsense, KK finally decides to be blunt. She literally tells Chris straight up, "I want a kiss." And what does Chris do? Nothing. Man didn't even blink, didn't move, didn't lean in. Just left her hanging like she was asking him for a kidney instead of a peck on the lips. That's not hard to get. That's hard, no. But here's the kicker. The very same night, while KK's curled up in bed waiting like a loyal puppy, Chris is in the bathroom telling Nikolai that KK wasn't even his first choice. No, she was his second pick. And to top it off, he's out here openly saying he fancies Nikolai. Let that sink in. KK is in bed, dreaming about her Love Island fairy tale, while her ride or die is literally in another room shopping for upgrades. And she still calls this man respectful. Respectful? If Chris is respectful, then I'm Mario singing Let Me Love You live on stage. Respectful is not the word here, it's giving placeholder until something better comes along. And honestly, that's the heartbreaking part. KK isn't even being played anymore. She's writing the script for her own downfall. Every excuse she makes, every blind eye she turns, it's like she's digging her own grave in this game. And the producers don't even need to edit this. The delusion is raw, uncut, and in HD. The truth? She's not touching that money. Not with this mindset. And honestly, at this point, even a first-year Love Island viewer could see it coming from a mile away.
I don't need to explore much to know what I want. I always know what I want out of the bat. Is that how you say bat?
Out of the bat?
Off the bat.
Yeah. I'm thinking, what are you talking about? Yeah, you know what you want off the bat.
Oh, yeah, I feel like I just know.
So then, after Chris is like, what's the difference between kissing in a challenge and kissing outside of a challenge? As if the boy doesn't know. As if he does, he just wasn't in the villa 5 minutes ago for season 7. But okay. So then, KK goes on to just be blunt. Be like, you know what? I want to kiss. And even after she blatantly said, I want to kiss, he still was not going for it. Stand up. Actually, stay down. The producers will come get you in your suitcase real quick. Stay right there where you are because you're about to be home in 2.5 seconds. Because let's not forget Love Island Games is only for 3 weeks. KK, you ain't touching that money. And then we also now see that they're getting ready for bed or whatever. And then we see Chris in the bathroom with Nikolai. And he's telling Nikolai how, she was his second pick and how he fancies her. Meanwhile, KK is in the bed waiting for him. Yeah, it gets worse. Clutch of pearls. It gets worse. Anyway, so before they all go to bed, we see Tyreek and Adrena in the, speakeasy. And it was so cute. And there it is, the perfect contrast. While KK is out here begging for kisses and getting nothing but excuses, Tyreek and Adrena are literally vibing in the speakeasy like a teen romance movie. Their kiss? Completely organic, no begging, no awkward negotiations. Just two people attracted to each other and letting it happen naturally. That's how it's supposed to look, KK. When the chemistry is real, you don't need to schedule a kiss like it's a dentist appointment. You don't need to corner someone and force the moment. It just happens. And here's the bigger point. Tyreek and Adrena are playing the game right. They're building a connection that looks believable on camera, that feels authentic to viewers, and most importantly, that keeps them safe in the villa. Compare that to KK's situation, chasing a man who openly calls her his second pick while millions watch her beg. The producers know what they're doing here. They're setting up KK as the tragic storyline, the girl who came for love, ignored the money, and ended up with neither. Meanwhile, Tyreek and Adrena are rising stars, playing their parts with charm, strategy, and natural chemistry. It's painful to say, but KK's downfall is everyone else's entertainment. Now, this is where the comedy writes itself. The girls are in the showroom chatting about who they like, weighing options, and here comes KK, the self-proclaimed romance guru. She looks at Adrena and basically says, "Just listen to your coochie." Excuse me? That's the advice? Out of all the wisdom you could share, that's the hill you choose to die on? Look, if KK is the one giving you dating advice, run. Do the opposite. If she tells you a man is worth it, block his number. If she says it's love, pack your bags. KK giving advice is the blind leading the blind, except she's leading you straight off a cliff. And it gets even sadder. The next morning, KK is back with her delusional updates. She tells the girls that Chris cuddled her in bed like it's a groundbreaking relationship milestone, and the girls' faces say it all. Pure confusion. They're like, wait, what? That's weird. But KK doesn't stop there. She defends Chris, saying maybe he's just being respectful. Respectful? Respectful men don't flirt with other women 5 minutes after cuddling you. Respectful men don't call you their second choice on night 1. KK is twisting the definition of respect into a pretzel just to make her situation look less tragic. And here's the kicker. The more excuses she makes, the deeper she digs herself into this pit of embarrassment. It's no longer about Chris playing her. It's about her refusal to see what's right in front of her. And that's the saddest part. Now let's zoom out. KK isn't just in a bad couple, she's setting herself up as a storyline. While Tyreek and Adrena are building genuine chemistry, while Lucinda is turning oatmeal into flirting gold, while other islanders are strategizing for that $250,000 prize, KK is busy cosplaying as Mario singing "Let Me Love You" to a man who won't even look her way. And that's exactly why she won't make it far. This isn't Love Island fairy tales. It's Love Island games. Strategy matters, chemistry matters, and choosing the wrong partner can cost you everything. KK is so locked into her delusional pursuit of Chris that she's blind to the fact that he's already shopping for his next option. Meanwhile, Tyreek is out here being an honest menace. Playful, direct, messy in the right ways. Adrena is glowing with every moment she spends with him. Their connection feels like young love, full of butterflies and natural giggles. And the audience? We eat that up. So here's the hard truth. Unless KK wakes up and switches gears fast, she's on the fast track to elimination. And honestly, at this point, she might need it. Sometimes the only cure for delusion is reality hitting you square in the face. The irony? KK entered this game for love, but she's not even getting respect. And in Love Island games, that's a recipe for disaster. So let me ask you, if you were in that villa, would you play for love? Or would you play for the money? Drop your take in the comments. And if you want the breakdown of every twist as it happens, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because this round is just beginning.